Hello, hello, my pleasure seekers, and thank you so much for joining me today. This episode definitely gives you an insight into what it's like working with me in the energy space, but I will give you the heads up. We do talk around domestic violence and we talk about it quite a lot as well. So, for anyone listening right now that feels they're in a sensitive place when it comes to that topic, I would recommend not listening to this episode. For anyone else that's listening to the episode and they have a friend or obviously themselves, they're experiencing domestic violence in some form, I highly recommend you give this a listen. Becki and I talk around our own experiences and we share tools and resources and communities that can also help you during this time. I also want to highlight that I know we touched upon this today from a female's perspective, but I also want to pay respect that I know that men, he, she's, theys, unicorns, no matter what gender, also go through this. So for anyone else that doesn't resonate as a female, also you're welcome to obviously listen to this episode and the support and offerings are there for you too. So for now, give this episode a listen. It's such a pleasure to be back. Pardon the pun. I'm so happy to be back podcasting, and it was just a full cycle moment of being able to have a client on today to be able to share her transformation, to hear her story, and to really hopefully inspire some of you out there that through our darkest times can come the most greatest purposes and dreams for us. So, as always, give it a cheeky listen. Let me know your thoughts. Write me a review. And thank you. Thank you for giving 45 minutes of your time up. Send you so much love. Mwah. Good morning, my wonderful pleasure seekers. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode. I know it's been a little while, but I'm super excited to introduce you to the beautiful Becki Baldwin, who has been a client of mine for 3 months now, attending my group sessions, and hopefully you can see that she is beaming and shining if you're watching today's video. But Becki, I'd love for you to introduce yourself first, and then we can take it from there.
So yeah, I'm Becki. I'm a personal trainer and women's strength coach in Bondi, Australia. I've been here for almost 2 years now in Australia. I moved from London, so big shift. But it's been the absolute best time. I've really enjoyed my time in Oz, and I really don't want to go home.
You're not gonna go home.
So yeah, hopefully I'll be here to stay. But yeah.
Yes. Okay, so both of us are based in Bondi at the moment. Hopefully, if you can see in the background, we look like we're in a really beautiful place, which we are. What made you decide to move over here? Because that's like a massive leap for also like a single woman solo on her own coming out. Like that's kudos to you. Like I know that's a big step.
I feel like so many people say like, oh my God, you must be so brave for like doing it. And I don't know, it just didn't feel like I had to be brave. Like it just felt a very natural next step. Like I feel like I've done a lot on my own. So like moving somewhere that was kind of like within what I wanted and a better lifestyle. Like I always wanted to live in the sunshine. I always wanted to live by the beach and it be hot and sunny. Like that's literally what I wanted. And living in London wasn't that.
In Clapham, right?
Yeah. So I was in Clapham. I feel like everyone lives in Clapham.
Yeah, that's what we do in their life. Clapham or Wandsworth.
Yeah,
that's where I was.
So I think I've kind of got to a place in my career in London where I just wanted a little bit more of a challenge. I wanted to grow a little bit more, and it felt very stuck. Like I feel like out here everyone just wants to support you and push you and build you up. I feel like there's so much space for everyone. Whereas in London, it felt so much more of a vertical hill you were climbing with people trying to push you down.
Really?
I feel like in the fitness industry, it can be quite toxic because you're always trying to get clients and it can be very, they're my clients, no, they're my clients. It can be quite almost vicious in that sense.
Like not collaborative at all.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Whereas out here, I feel like people are like, oh, I had this client that's looking for this. That isn't my speciality, but it is yours.
Yeah.
And then that's always paid back.
Of course.
So like, yeah, it's just a completely different like way of working with people, which I've loved. So I came out for, I think that's been a month. before I decided to move.
The classic. I think it's like when you already, I feel like I already knew, but I was like, I have to try it for a month.
I've never been here. I
Oh,
don't
you've
know
never
anyone
been?
here. No.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, maybe I want to live in Australia.
Just travel to the opposite end of the entire world to everything that I have.
Yeah. So that was interesting.
And then I guess for you, like, what brought you into wanting to come into like Bondi? And like, you're obviously in the fitness space already, but like, what was it about actually Bondi? Because I know it's quite a classic English place for no one that's ever listened to this before. So it's kind of like we all amalgamate, and it's like England but by the sea.
Yeah, it is. Everyone here is British or Irish. It's mad.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how many British Irish people were out here when I was deciding to move or when I was coming over. But I think what made me want to come to Bondi was the fitness culture.
Yes, massive here.
It was huge here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that really inspired me to kind of like take that next step to push myself to come into Bondi. I think originally everyone kind of was like, oh, why are you going to Bondi?
I know, I got
like,
that as well.
Like the classic of like you're moving to the like I don't even know how to describe it. Like that space that is so it's like when you move to California, everyone moves to LA.
Yeah, totally. But it is. I feel like this is like the LA.
Yeah,
of Australia.
I wanted to live in LA
Same.
for so long. So I was like, damn it, I'll just go to Oz. Bondi it is.
Which I feel like is the better choice.
Yeah. Oh my God.
For sure.
I'm so glad I never ended up in America. And I did end up here because I've met the best people. I've connected like with people in a way that I never did in the UK.
Yes.
Which has been so special.
And I guess then for you, like you've come from a very like, which I love working with you because you've come to like the physical, you can't get more like logical.
Yeah.
And then you entered into like the energy world, which is like the absolute polar opposite.
Yeah,
like,
completely opposite.
How did this come about? Like, where did you think, okay, I want to try it? There's something else that needs to be looked into or something.
Yeah. Well, I actually started off teaching yoga before I became a personal trainer and got into strength training.
Okay.
So I feel like it's always been there. I think just before I moved out here and then when I moved out here, I was definitely more in my kind of like masculine energy in that kind of like strength world, getting the weights on the bar, getting as strong as I can, just trying to almost like to prove myself.
Wow.
Because I feel like the gym I'm working in is very male dominated. And I feel like the fitness industry itself is male dominated. You do have to, especially if you want to be a strength coach, you have to show up and prove yourself that you are strong, that you are capable, that you can do what the guys are doing. So I did it. But then I feel like it almost kind of had me in a place where I wasn't then stepping into my feminine as much, and I wasn't allowing myself to feel emotions or be emotional, which then led me into a, unfortunately, tough decision in a relationship. There's always a relationship that goes bad, but that was my one. And since then, I've just tried to connect with myself more, settle into who I am, and understand why I was in a place where I let that relationship hurt me so much, and readjust my course.
Yes.
And get back to me and what I enjoy and what serves me and what fuels me as a person and a human being.
Yes, I love it for you. Like, obviously not the relationship piece, but it's like, it's fascinating because there's always, I hate the word rock bottom, but kind of like, you know, there's that
100%
that
rock
wake
bottom.
up time,
I didn't,
you know? Yeah. And like, you can move overseas. And for me, like, I moved overseas, but my shit still comes with me, even though I know whether the relationship's in this country or another country, whatever there is, there's still that element of sort of trauma or negativity that's stored in your body, not that it's good or bad, that needs to be removed, and it will just attract those situations that almost fast track it to be processed, and it's not pretty.
No, it is not pretty. Some of it was definitely ugly, tough, and terrifying. And it's not over. Like I'm not healed. I'm not on the other side. We're definitely still in the process, but it's something I feel like you have to go through. You can't jump over it and just tuck it under the rug. You've got to deep dive and deal with your shit.
Yeah, and it's like the affirmation stuff and things like that, you know, like love and light, peace and love, and that your
Yeah.
body's like, fuck no, like, oh, this is horrible, and like, and this is what
It's the ugly moments.
it's the ugly moments, and like there's 80% of our trauma is stored in our bodies.
Yeah.
So like we can be walking around thinking that we're healed because we've listened to mindset stuff, which is amazing, never slating that off. But you have to pair the two together. Otherwise, it's chicken and egg. Like one thing's just gonna unbalance the other thing. So it's like working through the body, as woo-woo as this sounds, removing all those blockages, and then life does transform. But like you are experiencing, it can get ugly before it gets better. So for you, like I know you found this challenging, but like what was it like the first time you sat down and did like a session together? Like how did that, I guess, feel is probably the easiest question to ask you.
I mean, I feel like with those things, like I've always done yoga.
Yes.
So I've never been completely, oh my God, what is this?
Because a lot of people are like,
yeah,
what is this weirdness?
So many people are like, I think because they don't understand it, they don't know what it is, they're a bit fearful of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been open to it. So I was like, okay, let's give this a go. Like I'm at rock bottom. What else can go wrong? Like I've got to try everything at my fingertips. So I kind of went into it very open-minded and just like whatever happens. If nothing happens, that's okay. If something happens, let's explore it. Like let's go down this route. Like so I think I went into it very open-minded. And then in that first session, there wasn't a lot happening, but I remember right at the end, just before we kind of came back into the room, I saw like coding.
Oh.
And it was like, you know, like on a computer, and you just see code like coming up on the screen, writing. And I just kept seeing that. And I was like, what is this? What is going on? And like I spoke to you after about it. And you're like, yeah, that's like rewiring. Like you're like having downloads, like physical, your system is resetting. And then for the days after, I felt so grounded, so connected back to who I was, so connected to like what I was feeling and how I was responding to what was happening to me, rather than just kind of going through the motions and going through life almost airy fairy. I felt so like everything had gone with a word, without words of better explanation. So but it was I didn't expect it to happen. I didn't know what was to be expected in that sense. So
that's a really amazing way of describing it. I mean, I always forget like what happens because I'm in it when you share, and I kind of like all this channeling comes in and I see these things. But I remember the first time you came in. This was a group session, by the way, that I hold every Tuesday in Bondi. Welcome to
very good. You come.
She's not paid to say that, by the way, so thank you. Because you can come today and be like, well, I think I'm done. Because
yes,
this has got too much. I remember the first time I worked with you, I remember because I look at new clients' eyes to see if they hit into rapid eye movement, because I can see your pupils moving. So I know you're reprocessing things in the brain. So you're not reliving a traumatic experience physically through speaking therapy, but your brain is going through the motions, but you aren't remembering it. And I remember you very quickly went into it, and I was quite surprised because I knew you'd done yoga, of course, but you're a personal trainer. And I have quite a few trainers that I work with, and they're very like in the body to like exactly like the masculine mode, the push mode. So it often takes a long time to make the body safe. So I can spend like 6 or 7 sessions just grounding you, but you were like gone. I remember being like, wow, okay. And I know, like, because you've been such a regular, like, how have you then, like, how's the process unfolded for you? Because you've come every week, I feel like.
Yeah, I've come every week. I feel like it's almost therapy for me. Like, it really is. It's like just getting me to listen back to my body and for me to connect back to who I am and what I need. And having that reassurance that my body is safe.
Yes.
That I'm safe, because I've felt very unsafe in the situations that I have been in. Especially in Bondi, and I don't want to let that person almost take that away from me. So it's very much reclaiming that I am safe in who I am and that I'm safe in where I am. So that's been really special. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the biggest why, like for most women, and I also work with men as well, but for particularly women, safety in our body is like everything for us. It's that feeling of like under attack, like being hunted, and like just this feeling of like unsafety as a woman that is so deeply ingrained in a lot of women, whether there's an experience they're going through at the time or it's like generational, like up to 14 generations are stored in our bodies. So think about your grandma times 13 years ago, like 13 times ago, sorry, like we're talking wars, famine, whatever, we don't even remember that it's all stored in typically like our wombs and our hearts. And so like a lot of women to not feel safe is kind of the norm, like is programmed for us to feel safe to feel unsafe, if that makes sense. So like for you to start to feel that you have that time to yourself every Tuesday to like tap into you, that's just going to become a stronger muscle, as it were, that you can tap into yourself, like momentarily, like time for you. So that makes me feel really happy. I'm so proud of you for that.
No, it honestly does. It just makes you more connected with who you are and why you're here and what your purpose is.
Yeah.
Like, I always believe that everything happens for a reason. And especially now what I've gone through, I feel that even stronger, that I want to make what I've gone through a purpose, rather than just something that's happened to me. Because that doesn't feel fair.
No.
So it's like making sure that there's a reason behind this and that I'm becoming a better person because of what's happened. So yeah.
Which is wild. Like, did you have those kind of thoughts and feelings before you started doing like the energy work, or was it very much like, oh my God, this is happening to me, like I just have to get by kind of thing? Like, where was your head at that time?
I think that whilst everything was happening to me, because I came to you at a time where it must have been about,
it was September I would have done my first session.
So gosh, I can't even think where I was. Like, I was still in the thick of it, but it was definitely at least halfway through everything that was happening. And I feel like in the time that I was coming to you, I was like, okay, like this is a chance for you to change the narrative and for you to take control a little bit more, rather than having this other person dictate what happened to me and for them to control the narrative.
Totally.
This was my chance to be like, okay, like I'm going to control what happens from now on. This is my story, not your story. So yeah.
Oh, so good. Like, so powerful, because it's like, it's kind of funny, but like interesting, probably a better word. Like, I remember when I saw you and I could see there was so much in your throat. We were doing so much on expression, and bless you, I know you got a sore throat the other day as well. Of it, right? It is. It's removing that, like the physicality, like you get a combination of physical symptoms, and then obviously energetic is the way that the main cause of things. But I remember I was working so much on your throat, and I didn't know your circumstances at the time. But I remember just thinking your solar plexus, which is our power center above, like just below, like our how do I say it? It's like our rib cages, and then obviously your throat. I was like, there's so much there that needs to be just released and like told that it's safe to come out, because I very much see the body as like the instrument. So like, how can we fine tune you? How can we gently remove things out? And like when we worked on your throat, you the other day you came out, you're like, I'm just going to start doing my meditations for my clients. You know, that's your throat.
And that's something I've wanted to do for like years since I started teaching yoga. I've always read like a little reading or meditation at the end. And I've always wanted to have a space where I could record that and share that with people, either the one in the class or for people to do after class.
Amazing.
And to have just gone like, okay, I'm going to do it. It felt really right in that moment. And then I was like, well, why haven't I just done this before? Like, you know, when it like almost freaks me out, because I'm like,
what do you mean it freaks you out?
As in, like, it's clearly like the right time for me now.
Yes.
Because I've decided to do it and I've done it. Whereas I could have done it at any point in my life. Like I could have, but I just didn't. Something clearly wasn't in line, or I wasn't in the right place to be able to do it. So I feel like now feels that, especially with everything I've gone through, I'm literally just talking the words that I wanted to hear when I was going through the hardest part of my life.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's really special to be able to share that to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope someone feels connected to it in some way. Also, it doesn't matter to me if it doesn't, because the therapy is in, or the healing is in the act of doing it. So even if no one ever listens to it, like, I've done it for me.
Yeah, you've been yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I've got from it.
So it's like the authenticity part of it is you've shown up for you. And as probably you already know, it's like when we go in with that intention, that's actually when people actually listen, because there's a different there's an energy around it. Then like, she's not just doing it for the sake of it, she's doing it because she wants to give back.
Yeah.
And she's self-healing herself as well.
Yeah.
Which is great, which is what we all want to do in our lives.
Literally.
Yes. And so for you, like, I guess with the safety in the body piece, like, how do you find now, like, day to day, you're more in tune with yourself as well? Like, how does it play out in your daily life?
I think definitely more in tune with myself. Like, I feel like my intuition has become a lot stronger, and just even noticing when things feel off, or things feel right. But also listening to my body more. Like, if I'm tired, okay, like, I'll have a nap. Nice. That's okay. Like, I don't need to feel guilty for having a nap. Or if I'm still hungry after I've eaten dinner, okay, like, have seconds.
Yes.
Like, eat more. It's like, I feel like there's so many things that we deem as wrong or bad. Like working really late. If you need to work really late and it's not going to damage your mental space, you can work late. Or taking time off of work.
Oh, that's a big one.
Especially being self-employed, you feel so guilty. You're letting your clients down, you're letting yourself down, you're not earning an income for that day. Like, you can take a day off work and you can go to the beach. You don't have to sit and hide inside and pretend that you're ill.
Yes. Isn't that funny?
I feel like if you take a day off work being self-employed, you have to be ill, or like something bad has to happen.
Or there's a big appointment and a really appropriate time that you have to go to.
And you can just go down to the beach and have a swim. And
and chill.
Yeah. And it's like understanding those things, like listening to your body. If it needs something, you take it, you do it.
Yes.
So,
I love that. And I think, like, particularly as women, because we don't work on like a 30-day clock, we follow our cycles, you know. And like the week before sessions, like last week, I didn't do my group session. I told you, it was like, I'm on, my period's coming, like, this ain't gonna be good for anyone involved.
we don't need that.
I'm gonna have this Tuesday off with obviously like a significant amount of notice, but like I think like it's also practicing what you preach as well, you know. Like, I think when you show that to your clients, you as well, obviously, they'll be like, oh my god, she's following actually what she's telling me. Like, she's honoring herself, she's not messing me around, but she needs the space, and then she's gonna be way more better. I don't want to spend time with her in the nicest way possible, you know, like, until she's on it, because I pay her. So
I think that's a really important point there, is that you're honoring yourself. Like, you're giving yourself that moment of being like, okay, we're not 100% right now, and that's okay. We're going to take a step back, and we're going to nurture ourselves a little bit.
Totally. Yeah. And even when it's sharing that as well, like, I think for me, like, when I used to have managers, same as me, I'm also self-employed, but now, like, telling manager, oh yeah, I'm sick, when being like, not being really honest and saying, hey, my period's coming, I feel horrific. It's just like, because also a manager might be like, whoa,
yes,
like,
TMI.
particularly in the UK, and like, oh, okay, don't talk to me for the next 4 days, goodbye.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes, totally. Although I definitely would have told some of my managers just for extra time off. But it's like being honest, because we can be. Why do we have to portray something that we're not?
Yeah, I feel, especially as women, like, when it becomes that time of the month, or if you just got too much on your plate.
Too much on your plate, that's a classic.
Like, I know I'm guilty of saying yes to way too many things and feeling bad for saying no. And that's definitely something I need to work on. But when I do feel overwhelmed, I do need to take that time for me and just go out for dinner for myself, or again, go nap on the beach.
Totally. I spent the whole day yesterday on the sofa just sleeping, like just staring at a bush.
And I feel like, especially living in Bondi, you feel guilty when it's such nice weather outside to not be enjoying it. But also at the same time, the weather's so nice so much of the time, so many of the days, you don't have to feel guilty for missing one.
It's actually a nice problem to have.
It's champagne problem.
It really is a champagne problem. It definitely is. And for you, like, how do you find, like, once you've done a session together, like, where it helps really bring you back into the real world? Like, because for a lot of people that are listening, they're like, wait, energy work, that's really pretty woo, which it is, but we all actually innately have our own life force energy. How do you get back into working the next day? Say you have clients, like, how do you actually bring that back in without feeling really kind of off center and to guess, I suppose, like more in your feminine, but not actually balanced on both sides?
I think the work you do with us after, like it's very connected. It's very almost social.
Yes,
like the girls are so lovely.
Oh, I love this.
And it is like you connect with other people in the space. You talk to them. Like it definitely helps you bring you back down to earth. And I feel like having that connection with other women helps to kind of ground you again. So you aren't just on your own. You don't feel isolated.
No way.
You are connected with other people and you have that conversation, which makes the whole session so full circle. Because you kind of go in going, okay, I need this. And you leave going, wow, that was an amazing experience that I had. But also now I feel connected to other people as well.
So, yeah, I mean, that's my biggest future plans of like building this as a community, because the medicine is the aftermath. Like the medicine is being held around fellow amazing people that want to support you, but also celebrate your wins, you know, like be like, oh my gosh, you did that. You did those meditations. You've created this amazing retreat, like all these things, like we're in this together. And when you go through something there, you are pretty much transforming your life. It's a non-negotiable. Isolation isn't how it works.
No,
and I know a lot of people do that. And isolation, don't get me wrong, like you and I, we both need our own space to fill our power cups. That's different. But when you're spending multiple times just purely in isolation, you've got to be in community. You've got to be in tribe. Like if we look back in the olden days, quote unquote, people were in communities and tribes. And like the more we can do that and the more support and also respect, of course, for each other, like, not continuous trauma dumping, but, you know, like that real camaraderie with each other. It's just the main part of it, because like, and I say this, I think, afterwards. Sometimes I don't remember what I say in the sessions. It's like 98% is done after the mat. It's only 2% of my work that I do with you. It's what you do afterwards. It's how you integrate. And obviously, I do all my integration things and there's videos and stuff as well. But like, you can come do a session and continue doing the same thing. Nothing's going to change in your life.
Yeah. It's like 2 hours out of your day.
Yeah.
Like it's not in a full week. It's not much.
No, it's
so
not.
Like anything, you have to put what you've gone through and what you've learned and what you've kind of like seen or felt into practice.
Yes.
You can't just go to these sessions and hope that it fixes everything.
Oh, no way. And I'm not going to be like, you are your own inner healer. Like I'm just here to facilitate that and help and channel that for you. I am not, like, you cannot rely or be codependent on me. Like it just doesn't, it's not going to work, because it's your own energy, it's your own life force. I can see where things need to move and how to remove them and what to work through and what else is in the field and the container. But after it's shut, like it's shut.
Yeah.
Unless people want to do one-on-one and coaching, which is a whole different thing that I offer people. Like there's this wild kind of container, and I don't know if you feel this or not, when you come in, where it's just a different vortex that you come into, and then when it's done, it's done. It's a very quick kind of energy, which is what Kundalini energy is. It's like it's like the serpent. You're in and then you're out. And I mix that up with Reiki and pressure points and acupuncture. It's not all just Kundalini. I don't even know how to describe it yet. I've come up with my own kind of title around it, but you don't ever feel like it's not harsh, you know? Like I hope you never feel like,
no, you walk into that space and it feels like a bubble.
Yes.
Like Glinda's bubble. That's what it makes me think of.
Glinda's bubble. It's Glinda's bubble.
You're from Wicked?
Oh, yes. I love that. Okay, maybe we're gonna call it Clifford's bubble. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. So if anyone's listening that's like, I want to hear more about Becki, or I want to know how I can work for her, like what are you doing at the moment, and how can they learn more about you?
Yeah, so I am a strength coach. I'm a personal trainer. I also teach Women's Weightlifting Club, which is a female-only strength-based community in Bondi. We run sessions every Saturday, 10:45, down on Hall Street at Virtus. So it's all about community, getting women into the gym and building their confidence, so they can feel more confident stepping into that space and taking up space within the gym. Because I feel so many women come to me and they're like, I'm too scared to be in the gym and all that stuff.
Yeah, totally. So I think like with that side of things, like, do you have like a clearer vision? A clearer vision of where you want to see yourself going, or are you very much working with everything you've created? Because you've only been here 2 years. 2 years seems like a long time, but it takes a while to like set your feet and get your flow into life. Like, where does Becki see herself going, or is that a bit too big to ask?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, like, I suppose I want to do more retreats. I hosted my first retreat this year in Bali.
Yeah.
Which was amazing, and it went so well. I'm so excited to do the same thing next year. So yeah, they're strength training retreats with yoga, and my sister, who is an amazing chef, she comes and does all the cooking for us as well. So
amazing.
Super healthy food, all freshly made, with local ingredients. So yeah, it's such a beautiful time to connect with women. So I really want to do more retreats this year.
It's a whole family affair.
Yeah. so nice. And then I really want to step into the world of women and supporting women in DV situations, so domestic abuse, and domestic violence, and kind of just being an advocate for women going through those stages of life, because I know how challenging it can be, and having someone there that has been through that has really been supportive. I've had my literal guardian angels, I call them, around me, and I wouldn't have survived it without them. So I want to make sure other women going through those same situations have that support and have those people that they need in their lives.
Yeah, that's
so
brave. Yeah. Like, it's amazing. Like, I feel so proud of you. And totally. And the thing, like, so many women right now will be listening to this thinking, fuck, I just wish I had that support at the time they were going through it, and like, I can relate to this too, and mine was a long time ago, so far more like, it wasn't easy to talk about, but like open. But as a woman or a man, like, men go through it too, or a unicorn, however you want to term yourself. It affects everything, like particularly the safety in your body, trusting people, trusting life. And you lose communities. I only speak for myself, but like, when you lose friends as well, like the ones that you think were there for you, because people don't know how to react in these situations.
They don't, and that's
very
hard.
confronting.
Yeah, it's hard to see people fall away because they don't know how to do it as well.
Exactly.
Because you aren't in a position to step up either.
No way.
You're going through the shit.
Yes.
And you need strong people that are going to be there ready. And if those people aren't there, it's not that they're a bad friend. They just aren't in their right place to support you. And unfortunately, that does mean that they fall away and those friendships don't last.
Yeah, but you always think like maybe they'll come back. You never know, like further down the line. But that's like just an extra heartbreak that happens in the process that so many people don't talk about. And like to have a community, or like, because I'm pretty sure you'll build a community. You're going to create a community from this. But I won't challenge that. But like, it's a non-negotiable. It's a very difference between life and death, to be honest. That might sound extreme, but like,
I completely understand it.
To have those women around you, and to be able to use this as like a superpower to transform and become a better woman for it, and to teach other people, that's like the greatest gift that you could ever go through. To help other people. Not that this is a gift,
but you have to be able to see the other side to it as well. I think if you are going through something like that, you do have to be able to see that side to it, because otherwise it's too much.
And it's like the murkiest, darkest waters. You have to see the, like, cheesy but the light at the end of the tunnel. Otherwise there's no fucking, that's it.
It becomes too heavy.
It becomes too heavy. And it's like questioning as well, you know, if you live in an amazing place and people look at our lifestyle and they're like, well, you're complaining about the sunshine, how many times should you go out? Like, if you could be anywhere in the world and this happens, you can be educated, you can have your own career and your own passions. There's a level of shame around it too, of like, how the fuck did this happen to me? Like, almost like that, not the victim mentality at all, but like, what? Like, I'm a smart woman. I have relocated my life and I've changed everything. Like, how I trusted myself, like going back to your intuition. Like, but I wonder if you look back on it, because I can look back and see, bear in mind, mine was like 18 years ago, so
that doesn't diminish it. You still went through it.
Yes, thank you. But like, there is an element of had a lot more reflection and like and a lot more of a like out of it. But I just knew the moment I saw the red flags and not following those red flags.
Oh my god, it beats me up every day.
Yes,
literally. I know, I can see in my, like, I relive them all the time. And I'm like, what in me did I either distrust about myself or not value myself enough and not even realize it? Like, I didn't think that I had low self-esteem. I didn't think that I didn't value myself. Yet, looking back, I must have. Like, no one in their right mind sees these red flags and goes, okay, like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to step away because I know I'm better than that. Or this relationship lasted 4 months and the situation I've come out of it in has been devastating. Like, it really has rocked me to my core. And it seems so mad that a relationship of 4 months can do so much damage. It's wild. But looking at those red flags, and now looking back at those red flags and seeing that I didn't do anything is the most frustrating thing. But I suppose it's a lesson learned. You've got to see on the other side. But if I can help another person that's going through that, because I feel like at the start, you just relive everything in your head. You're constantly thinking about, why didn't I leave earlier? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I say anything? Why didn't I reach out to my friends? There is so much shame in admitting you were wrong.
Yes, that's a really good point.
And that person that you thought loved you, or you loved them in whatever capacity, love, like, whatever it is, that wasn't love. And that wasn't a proper relationship. Like, it wasn't stable. It wasn't connected either with yourself or with them. And I think that's quite a hard thing to come to recognize and admit to.
And that's huge. And well done, given you for like speaking that out. It takes a lot of bravery.
I think you do just have to be brave in those moments. It's not easy for anyone.
No.
And getting the right support is really challenging.
Yes.
Really challenging, even to the point of not being believed by authority figures.
Yes, that's like, it's almost like, I want to say the word warrior or fighter, because you're kind of fighting technically for your life, and you're also having to convince others. And I can say I had the same thing, like in different way obviously, but like mine was in the UK. I remember justifying to the police why things were certain ways, and it took for a security camera to catch my ex at the time beating up my next boyfriend in a club and smashing the entire glass window, for a bouncer to turn around and be like, this man is out to kill people. And that was a year after our breakup. And that had been a year of sitting in police cells, talking to police, going through that. It took them to listen from a man over a woman that got beaten up, that was like I'm pressing charges against this guy, not for me, but for you. He knew we weren't together, and well, clearly I was a single woman, but I thought that had all gone, but it hadn't. Anyway, long story short, that's how I managed to get a 6-year restraining order, because they saw a man get beaten up over a woman, and they pressed charges, and then looked at the background of everything else and was like, this man needs to be thrown out of the university because we were at the same university, and this man needs a 6-year restraining order against that. And that took 2 years. I mean, I was with the guy for 2 years, but like,
It's mad that it
4
takes
years,
that
yeah.
long.
That, and in this day and age as well. I mean, yeah.
But still, like, nothing's changed.
No.
A man can get a restraining order like that, whereas a woman can have so much evidence, so many witnesses,
Mhm.
and they won't get the slightest help, unfortunately. So it is down to, I feel, community, friends, and domestic violence support systems. But yeah, I was just told to make sure I have a rape alarm on me. Take the back roads. Don't take the back roads.
Yeah,
only
no.
take the main. Don't take the back roads. Only take the main roads, and yeah, make sure you've got an alarm on you. It was all down to me keeping myself safe rather than stopping the other person from being a predator.
This has to stop.
I don't know what it would take for it to stop or for it to change, and that's the hardest part. That at what point do people go, oh shit, this clearly isn't working, people are unsafe,
Mm-hmm.
We need to make some changes.
But for people like you, this is what one of the things you're going to do. You're going to make that change.
I really want to be able to make a change. It's finding a way to make a change that is going to impact the lives of the victims, rather than it just being there to support the victims when they need help.
Yes. And there's a stat, I don't wonder if you know this, it takes 7 times, yeah, right? 7 domestic violence situations for a woman to go through to continue to keep going back to that partner, and it takes 7 times for them to continue that pattern until there's one where they're like, no,
That's it.
And if you imagine like the 7 times of how much more you're losing in yourself and probably your independence and financial and children and everything, like how low you're gonna be to have to get the courage to then move out of that, it shouldn't be 7 times.
No, you should be believed on the first time.
The first time, exactly. But like I feel we're so, at the time when you're with someone, you're connected with them in every single way possible.
Yeah.
It's not like a friend that you're like, hey, not cool anymore. But
Yeah.
like there's hormones, there's pheromones, there's all these things involved. So it's like, particularly for a woman that feels and has such a huge heart like you, it's such a big thing to walk away from.
It's not easy. It takes a lot of everything.
And so for you, like you mentioned, you have like all these guardian angels around you. Like, who do you feel, you don't have to name names, but if anyone's listening right now, it's like, I need some support. Like, what is your first suggestions? Clearly, it's not police. But you would.
No, definitely not
Agreed.
police. I mean, police have not helped me in the slightest. I've fought for almost 3 months to make a statement. But I think the people that have been around me, I'm very privileged in the sense that the community I work with at the gym there's so many people there, so many friendships that I've made with that one of those friendships happened to be a barrister.
That's like, you can't make this stuff up.
You can't.
Thank you.
She happened to be a barrister who works in domestic violence and domestic abuse cases. And she was free on the day that I needed to go to court. And the chances of that are very slim. She is a very busy woman. She is amazing at her job. She is my biggest guardian angel, and I tell her every time, and she's like, shh, stop it. But she honestly, she's been there every time we've needed to go to court, which has been a hell of a lot in the last 6 months. Every time that I've had questions or that I didn't know what was happening and I didn't know how to respond, didn't know whether I should go to police because I was made to feel stupid for going to police. So she has been a huge support in the sense that just being there, being an advocate for me and fighting for my side. Another system that has been a really good support is domestic violence charity Lokahi.
Okay.
So yeah, Rachel has been an amazing support. She's called me after every court case we've had. She's always been there to chat. I've gone to their offices to kind of just speak through what's been going on and to get advice and support. They've been a really great system that have just been hands-on and just been there the whole way. So yeah, Rachel has been amazing in that. And I think just having friends around you that you can tell what's happening and they aren't just saying, oh, well, just ignore them. Just go on a walk. But like friends that are going to sit with you through it and be like, this is really shit. I'm sorry you're going through this. Should we go for a swim? Should we go have dinner? Like, what do you need? And how can I be there for you? I think asking those questions to that person that's going through that shit time is really important because some people might need more of one thing than another.
Yes.
So like just showing them that you're there, you're open to however they need your support is really important.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. For being so brave as well. Okay, so that's some amazing tips. Thank you so much for sharing them. I think like so many women can get to the point, and men, where they're like, where do I even start? And I know for me, I left it too late there's never a right time. I know that, like you were saying, there were so many red flags that you saw where you could have walked away. But I know for me, if I could look back on it now, the best time to have actually made like a move and a decision is the moment I felt unsafe and actually trusting my intuition. Because I know for women, like we can question our intuition so much because we're taught not to listen to our intuition, to like go with our heads and our logic all the time.
Yeah.
But with both of them powered together, that's like the powerful mix. And I think like if I look back, like I said, this is an ex of like 18 years ago. It was the point of like when I knew there was a very risk of me being my first sign of physically being harmed in a university halls, and I let it happen, and it happened. And I should have turned around then and been like, someone needs to help me. This guy is going to attempt to seriously injure me.
But it's also like feeling safe enough in the community you have.
Yes, that's exactly it.
So I think it's really important as friendships to always be checking in. Yes. Like always be like, hey, like how's everything going? But like, how is everything going?
Legitimately, yes.
Not like, oh yeah, it's all good. Like asking those deeper questions and like giving people the space to feel that they can answer fully.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as friendships, sometimes you can be like, oh yeah, she's got a boyfriend, she's fine. Yeah. But it's like, she's got a boyfriend, but she's still her own person.
Yes.
Like they aren't just now one person. They're still their own separate people. You need things, they need things. And it's checking in that you are doing okay and that you have that support system behind you.
Yes. I think that's such good advice. And I think like from looking at points of when that it's sharing with the right people as well, because sometimes a lot of people don't have friends where they actually feel safe enough to be like, this is happening, going back to a shame point of being like, oh my god, and then questioning, are you crazy? Because that's there's another element that we haven't touched on, is that you're probably still connected to that person's probably still in your life in some way, and like you actually said, there can be the mind games of thinking you've lost the plot, you're going insane, you're imagining things that aren't true, like all the manipulation and and maybe they're close to the family, so family think they're a lovely charmer, or there's all this other stuff going on in the background that you're having to sort of justify and be like, no, you've actually got to listen to me, because this is actual legit, and like I've sat with it, you've experienced it, you're feeling it, you're maybe even physically seeing it. That you've got to be so strong and be like a warrior and a fighter, physically a fighter at times.
Yeah.
Like I've never been more of an aggressive person in my entire life. Like
so true.
Pushing and
I've never
shoving.
realized how angry I could be.
Angry, yeah.
Like I am so angry at the system and everything that has enabled this person to be who they are.
Yes.
And get away with everything they've got away with.
That's such a good word, enable, because often like it's, I mean, you haven't come from a good childhood if that's where you're at. Like, let's be honest, not you, but like, I mean, the partner involved, you can't make that up. But it's like, how has this been passed? Typically, probably from generations, because maybe dad was doing it, maybe mom was doing it. They've learned from behavior where it's still being repeated. How has this still been going on in society for years, of women probably, or men being afraid to share it, to ask for help, and it's just going to get passed to the children, passed to the next one and the next one. This has to stop.
Yeah.
We're in 2025, nearly 2026. How is this still? Is it 1 in 3 Australians?
Yeah. At least.
Yeah.
They're the just ones that are reporting it.
Exactly. And then there's the death toll as well.
Yeah.
It's 1 in 7.
Oh, the death toll in Australia alone, I think this year is at 60 something, maybe even more.
And like you, once again, those are the ones that are reported.
Yeah. It's wild. And I think going back to the point of having that safety that you aren't going crazy.
Yeah.
Because the systems, the institutions will make you believe that that person is a safe person because what you're talking about isn't correct, isn't right.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Like what you're talking about is and there's all this like investigation and all this like curiosity, and you're like, what are you actually looking at? Like, what are you actually looking at? If you're not coming to conclusions, you're not looking at the right stuff.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Like, you could go in with so much evidence this person has is dangerous.
Yes.
And their background could be a dangerous background.
Normally that's the case.
And the police will be like, no, you're not in danger. And then you start to question, okay, so why do I think I'm in danger?
And also the other person doesn't have a criminal record or a background. Like the person that doesn't, you know what, if you do or you don't, no judgment. But like, also what is the background in the reports? What is the potential? Have they potentially had reports against them previously in this situation, or is there violence involved? Do they get into regular fights? Like, that was the common thing with my ex. He was always in fights.
Yeah,
always. But he was from an army family, so that was seen as acceptable because he's come from an army. He's just channeling his energy into his career. He then got banned from the army because he was out of control. So it's like, so actually, you know what? Someone please help this person.
It gets to that point of where this person clearly needs help.
Rehabilitated.
Like, can we just acknowledge that they are dangerous right now? They do need help.
Yes.
It's not that we want them in prison.
No, that doesn't help anyone.
No, it's that we need to set up systems to help these people realize what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah, and to firstly protect whoever's involved at harm, and secondly, let's proactively work on the person. That everyone needs help in this situation, period.
Yeah,
that's the answer.
Let's just help and protect.
Help and protect. Yeah, that's the.
Is that not just the slogan for Lisa Assembly?
Oh my god. I mean, I really dealt with Lisa police before once because I actually was raging in my bedroom and someone called the police on me. I was going for a breakup and
like, don't worry, it's just
Kundalini. I was like, thank you so much for coming. Like, I wish you guys turned up 18 years ago, but it was in the UK. But I can feel the frustration from my experience in the UK. Yeah. It's just shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where can people find you if anyone's listening right now where they're like, I want to see if I can train with Becki, I want to go to magical retreats, or where can I watch her flourish and making a huge change into this world, which is so needed into the world of domestic violence?
Actually, so main place to find me would be Instagram at Becki.Baldwin. I'm on there. That's the best place. Women's Weightlifting Club, I have an Instagram for that as well, which is WWC or Women's Weightlifting Club. Yeah, they're the main places to find me. You can also find my meditations on Spotify under the Reset series. So I'm releasing 1 or 2 episodes every week. So yeah, come chill with me.
Have you released any episodes yet?
Yes, there's 5 episodes currently up. I'm going to release another one tomorrow and then continue.
Exciting. Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll put in the show notes the DV group to reach out to if you need any support as well. Just remind me what the name of that is. Lokahi. Anyone listening right now and feel they need to reach out, Lokahi is your place.
Yeah, perfect.
I'll also put some in the show notes around the UK and the US as well for other people that aren't based in Australia, because I know a lot of you overseas listening as well. But thank you so much for joining me today. It's been
Thank you for having me.
I feel very proud of you, and I'm excited to see how this unfolds. Like, good things are coming your way for sure.
I really hope so.
They are. And thank you so much for listening today, and I will see you soon.